Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. If there's something you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Two of Pentacles, there is change in your midst. I think things are starting to transition. I feel like this is not just a black and white and overnight kind of change. I feel like this is kind of like you're starting to fade your cameras in and out, you know. It's starting to seem like your ideal life is slowly coming into view. It's like it's fading in and replacing your old life, you know. It's a perceptible change, an observable transcendence, but you're not just going to wake up one morning and your life is different, right? It doesn't work that way. So I think that this is you kind of, you've been riding the snake, so to speak, and you're seeing now that your train is coming into the station, and it's starting to look pretty nice. Let's put this into some context. All right, let's see what we can see. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, starting to stabilize, right? This is kind of when you're fading the camera in, and now it's like, now the old picture is gone, and this one is now a stable image, you know? That transition effect is completed, right? So 2 to a 4, very nice. We've got a Prince now, a Prince of Swords. That's a lot of air energy here. But we do have an Emperor, so that's good. And we do have now we've got a 4 of Wands. The Emperor is completing its goal. You have a vision, and your vision is becoming reality, right? And a 10 of Cups. Oof, this is good. That's really the beauty and the love and just the joy and satisfaction that you have in store for you in the future, right? We're not done manifesting yet, but you can see this is really the image that we are trying to bring into focus, right? And we do that through a lot of these little cuts and transitions in our filming, right? In our editing of life. These little wins, these incremental things. And that's how we really get to this. This is the dream come true. This is the picture perfect life, you see. And we do that kind of one step at a time. Now we've got a 4 of Swords, which is good. The 4 of Swords is good because if we have all this air energy down here, I was starting to feel like there's kind of a loss of focus, or we're starting to feel like kind of scatterbrained, right? But no, I feel that now that's solidifying too. That's stabilizing. You're starting to really get a handle on what you believe, what you feel, what you want, what you know, what you don't know. You're becoming a very effective communicator, right? You're refining yourself, your ideas, refining the way you speak, the way you communicate, okay? So I think even I would go ahead and venture a guess and say that lately you've been really focused on words and the precision of language, right? It feels like you've been kind of wondering about that because maybe we've had this experience before where there's just so many words that all mean the same thing, but there's shades, there's variations of meaning, there's subtlety, there's nuance, right? And I feel like this 4 of Swords is you trying to be very precise with what you mean. And you say what you mean, and you choose your words deliberately. We've got some good cards here. We've got an Emperor over here, which we could say that this has the tendency to be kind of unbridled, fiery energy, but it's stabilizing into a 4. We have the Prince of Swords down here, which we could say could sometimes be unbridled, mental energy, psychic energy. Well, we have that stabilizing over here, right? And we also have, obviously, the 2 tens, which I feel are absolutely perfect. And we also have now the 2, which could be just continual change and a lack of certainty, a lack of anything stable or solid or definite or predictable in your life. If the snake's always going around like this, then it's just kind of nothing feels like it's ever stabilized. If we're only in the 2 of Pentacles, it feels like life is just constantly changing. And we're always, could you imagine watching a film where it was just a continual like camera transition fade in and out constantly? There was no stable picture. But we've got that stable picture. We've got that 4 of Pentacles. And really what all this stabilizing is doing for us is bringing us closer to the realization of these 10s. The best life physically and the water to go with it, right? If the 10 of Pentacles are the vessels, right? These are the cups, really. This is the water that fills these cups. This is just the outer form of your dream life. This is what makes it the dream life, the happy life. Right? It's a couple more cards, 7 of Wands and 9 of Pentacles. It's through the struggle that you are achieving the most success, abundance, prosperity in your life. You really are flourishing here. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is that factor, infinite and unknown. We're going to put Roboduck right on top of that. Now, I don't know how I feel about Roboduck these days. I'm not sure that Roboduck really fits in with the channel, Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, let me know what you think that mystery card is, because that's going to tie everything together at the end. And I think we should exercise our intuition, see if we can start predicting that card, day after day, week after week. Let's see if we start getting better and better at that. I bet you will. Yeah. All right. What's the first thing you notice, Sagittarius? There's only one major arcana card. The only one we have is this power, the authority, the discipline, the will, this is the kind of strictness of our energy where we're really trying to, you contain so much of this fiery, creative energy and power and ambition and vision, right? Maybe this is the vision, and this is us now refining the vision, narrowing it down, being specific about it, because now's the time to really start working toward our very best and happiest dream life manifesting. And in order to do that, we have to start getting kind of specific. We have to make goals, actual goals, that we can achieve in the next day, week, month, year, 5 years, 10 years, etc. The Emperor is always considering what's best for the realm. And what's best for the realm outlives the Emperor, right? So we think about long term, essentially. And we think of long term through stuff we're doing right now. What are the projects, what are the works that I'm doing right now that are going to help to solidify or guarantee or assure that future, that long-term future? When I'm gone, I want to make sure everything is going to be okay, And so I think that this is that kind of a vision for you. And it seems kind of broad, right? What's our purpose? What's our vision? Well, I want to ensure the longevity of this realm, of this family, this business, this purpose, whatever you're doing with your life. I want it to be long-term successful. That's a great vision. What does success look like to you? That's what we have to ask when we get to the 10 of Pentacles. What does that even look like? What does long-term success of this thing look like for you? Then we've got to start narrowing down those goals and realize what changes, what actions, what steps we need to take now to solidify this, to get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to the 10 of Pentacles, to both of the 10s, really. So, there was a period of time where you didn't really know. And that's the Prince of Swords down here. Double air energy. There's a lot of air here, a lot of thinking going on. And just as we said, there's this precision, there's this striving to be very accurate in your communication and in your speech. I think it also is because you are working on being more accurate and more precise in your own self, in your mind, your psyche, your soul, in order to figure out, okay, what is my Ten of Pentacles? Maybe we start here, okay? What is the Ten of Pentacles for you? What does the long-term success of your life look like? What are you hoping to achieve physically in the mechanical world? What are you trying to achieve long-term? Let's write that down. Let's draw that picture. Paint it, sculpt it, whatever you do. Make little scale models of it, whatever. We need to know that, right? And this, of course, it could change. It's open to editing and revision, and we probably will have to revise it the further down the road we get. That's okay. Draw it in pencil, okay? Draw it in pencil. That's kind of the first step, is to know what the long-term success looks like in the physical world. Now, the other long-term success is your kind of internal experience, right? Because we can say, yeah, I want this business to be successful. I want my family to be taken care of. I want to kind of have an easier life. I want to have the ability to travel. I want to be able to do my art and, to do my spiritual work and to read and study and just to enjoy nature and to be near the water. We have all those plans, right? Long-term success. How do the cups correspond with that? Okay, we have to, in order for this to be worthwhile, in order for us really to be devoted and committed to this, it has to have a 1-to-1 ratio with water energy, which means we have to really want it. Not just want it because objectively, yeah, that's what success should be, we have to understand what is your dream of life? What is that experience that you want? Yeah, those details are fine, whatever they are, but does that really hit the spot? And so in an ideal world, these two tens are going to be the same. It doesn't matter which is on top of which. These two are going to be overlapping, okay? But sometimes our internal dreams, and it reminds me of the scene in Dazed and Confused, where the dude, I don't remember his name, sorry dude, he just says, I want to dance, He doesn't want to study engineering or whatever. He wants to dance, But he might think, well, I've got to finish school. I've got to get the degree. I've got to set up the business, get a good job. I've got to think of the retirement. I got to take care of the family. We got to get a house and repair the car and, all this kind of stuff. But how much overlap is it with this dream life, with this satisfaction? Is this going to fulfill you? And that's the clarity, really, that's the more subtle aspect of this precision and this clarity that we're striving for. We're trying to really feel it and then able to think about it in a way where we can say, okay, I need to, like for me, I need to be near water. I need to be somewhere that's cold, and I need to be near water if it's hot, I need nature, really. And I think that sometimes we focus on what these external goals are, but we don't really think about how I feel about those goals. Do those really satisfy me? Or is there something else that I have in here that I didn't write down? Is there something here that you didn't draw? Well, maybe I don't know how to put it into words. See? And so you've been trying to figure out how to put things into more precise language. Because really what we want is the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Pentacles, we need that in order to have this. But if we have one without the other, either way, in either direction, one without the other is not a happy, satisfied life. Okay. So this effort to narrow things down, to be specific, to be precise, and to really see the vision in the fine detail is represented by the 4 of Wands up here. The Emperor is getting that vision kind of narrowed down, and we can kind of see closer. It's like seeing something up here, and then we see it back a little further, back a little further. The further we get away from it, it opens up into a wide picture. But when we're looking at it, we're just seeing the little details. Okay, that's the 4 of of Wands in the dimension of the vision, the kind of spiritual vision, which has its correlation with physical sight as well, obviously. So with the Earth energy, we're starting to take those steps to get to this Ten of Pentacles. And we are in this process trying to be more precise, trying to put into words how the Ten of Cups connects with that Ten of Pentacles. Okay, very important stuff. Very important stuff. Looking at the I love the Seven of Wands with the Nine of Pentacles. These two just go so well together. The only thing better really would be if this were a Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Pentacles there. But this to me is showing that with all of your efforts, no matter the odds, you're not giving up. You're finding the strength to keep pushing forward and keep reaching these incremental goals, right? Step-by-step milestone, smaller goals that are part of the bigger picture. Okay. No matter what happens, you're not giving up and you're staying strong. And this really, you're an unstoppable force. And you're seeing the progress. And see this now, we've got, look what we have, 2, 4, 4, 10. They're even numbers, right? 2, 4, 10. This is kind of like we're stopped at a stoplight and we're looking around saying, yep, I'm in the right spot. This is us actually driving. And we know that driving, at least in most places, in my experience, stop and go, right? I'm from California. A lot of stop and go traffic out there. I remember I used to live in San Jose, California. And I'd have to, my commute to work, this is 10, 20 years ago, really. 20 years ago, my goodness. My commute was only a couple miles up the 101, going from South San Jose to Santa Clara. Not very far. It would take hours and hours and hours at 7 o'clock in the morning to drive just a few miles north. And then I finally gave up on driving. I just started taking the trains. I was going to call it the monorail, the light rail that they have there. It would still take 3 hours, but those 3 hours could be put to a lot better use on the light rail train than sitting in the car. Okay, one, it's much more environmentally friendly, right? Much more green. And then two, if I could spend 3 hours in a car staring at taillights, or 3 hours in a train staring at a book, thinking, contemplating, meditating, daydreaming, napping, or talking to people and interacting, it's kind of an obvious choice, right? So we're putting in the same amount of effort. Why not put forth that effort in a way that's going to give us the most benefit? So we can look at the 7 and the 9 in that sort of way. You're putting in so much effort and time and energy and blood, sweat, and tears into life anyway. Why not put all of that blood, sweat, and tears towards something that's going to maximize the returns for you? That's going to get you closer to this, and whatever this is. This probably is something environmentally friendly, right? So you're spending 3 hours either way. So spend that 3 hours in a way that's going to give you the most bang for your buck. Yeah. And that's what we see here with the 7 and the 9. See, maybe it's better to have a 7 and a 9, right? Because now it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Now the effort you're putting in, you're getting way more in return. Because you've narrowed down your vision, you've plugged the leaks, you've circumscribed your intentions. You've drawn a circle on your floor and say, this is where I'm working. This is the boundary of my efforts right now. And then we're able to really maximize our time and our efforts and our energy. We're able to get the most out of our efforts. And it's a more precise way of doing things. I think this is kind of what your energy is right now, is trying to become more precise with things, trying to figure out how to delineate our space of working, to circumscribe an area on our floor wherein we can do our work. Anything that happens outside of this circle, not my concern right now. We're trying to maximize that time. You get 5 minutes, a 10-minute break at work. We used to get 10-minute breaks at work. You get a 10-minute break at work. You better maximize that time. You better know beforehand exactly what you want to do so you can get everything done. 10 minutes, you got to go to the bathroom. You got to get a drink of water, got to go get something to eat, and maybe you forgot something in the car. You've got to do all that. You got to plan your route so that you can maximize that 10 minutes. We go into it with no plan, and, oh, it's break time. Oh, what did I need to do? Well, I had to run to the bathroom that way. I had to run to the car that way, and then I had to go get the food over there that way, and so we're wasting a lot of energy, you see. I'm reminiscing on my work days because big news. I think I told you already. I quit my day job. Yeah, big time. I had the job for 15 years. My wife and I decided it was time to be done with that and take those hours and put them into our YouTube careers. My wife has a channel. She does tea leaf readings over at Ula Tea Leaf Readings. That's ULA, Tea Leaf Readings. I've got this channel. I've got a bedtime story channel. I'm trying to build that up. So we've got a lot of plans, and this is our work. This is our business. This is our life. This is our livelihood. This is our passion. Yeah. And so we're trying to maximize our time too, And I think that this is really a good sign. I think we're seeing the amount of rewards that are coming in it's such a higher ratio, than what we expected. You're getting back way more than what you're putting in here because you're doing it efficiently and precisely, because we've been able to narrow it down and create the kind of incremental goals, short-term goals that build up to that long-term goal. You're really unstoppable right now. And I think this is your fate. I think there's no question about it. The Emperor is back here at the beginning. All of this stuff that we're talking about is radiating out from this Emperor card. It's all going this way, right? So really what this is a deep dive into the Emperor card, okay? And maybe really that's what we should, maybe I should just kind of cut this video into a short and just, this would be the lesson for the Emperor card. Just basically all of this. And it really is unstoppable. I think maybe we should look at the mystery card now. What do you think? Yeah? Well, let's do it. Let's see what this is and see where we might be going from here. See if we get another major arcana, more confirmation. I'd like to see the star card. What I would like to see, though, is I'd like to see a little bit more water energy. I almost kind of want a Four of Cups, and I don't often say that. But a Four of Cups would be cool. I think a Nine of Cups also would be really nice. So we have the 9 here. Maybe we do need a 9 of Wands, I think, just to have a little bit more symmetry. If you have a prediction, though, put it down in the comments. All right. Let's see what we've got. Oh, and it is a 9 of Wands. So we have the 7 of Wands here in the obstacle, and the obstacle really is, I think, is feeling as if we are putting in a lot of effort and not really experiencing the harmony. See, we don't have a 6 here. This is the drive through the traffic. This is the commute. This is that 3-hour commute where you're sitting in your car, right? And maybe we've got this 9 of Wands here to remind us that, yeah, if we do things more efficiently, then we're in harmony with things, and we're getting more out of this journey. Either way, you're putting in this fiery energy. The 7, the 9 of Wands, we're still exerting ourselves. They're still odd numbers, right? These are all the kind of stoplights of the universe. These are those moments where we check in. We have checkpoints and milestones. But this is the actual journey. Okay, this is the actual journey. And sometimes the 7 of Wands really could seem like we're up against a really big obstacle, that there is a big force that's against us, preventing us from being in harmony with the world. See, this is the 6 of Wands with you fighting against it, Six of Wands with one little wooden staff, kind of doing battle against that harmony. Okay. So this kind of is a card that maybe, in some ways, is saying, we're going about things the wrong way. Maybe this is the way. Maybe this is in more harmony, where now we are realizing that we can get more out of the efforts that we're putting in, now can have more flow. We're starting to see more progress. So I feel like these two cards really kind of go well together. And I think it's a good confirmation too, because the 9 is all about the strength. The 9 is really such a commitment to your purpose that you can endure anything. If you had to, you would sit in that 3-hour commute to get to work. But the implication between the 9 and the 7 together says maybe there's an easier way. Maybe there is a more efficient way where you can see more returns on your investment. Okay, you take the train, you got more time to do you get a lot of stuff done on the train, It's going to take the same amount of time. So I think this is really part of this refinement of our energies right now. Trying to streamline things a little bit, trying to be more precise. And this is a very, very good confirmation card. I like it. It does say you're unstoppable. This is strength. This is someone that can endure anything. There's nothing that is going to prevent you from completing your most holy task right now. Right? Nothing. And that's what that figure is doing. There's nothing that is going to remove that person from their post. Things have tried. Look at that person. Things have tried to remove you from your work, but they did not succeed, nor will they. Okay? Very, very good energy. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up here. There's one down below. New readings for Sagittarius every Wednesday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I am here every day doing these readings. Come back, see me again tomorrow. We'll talk again. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. It's very important right now that everybody watches their readings. Watch them through till the end. Leave comments. Hit the like button. Share the videos on other social media platforms if you're so inclined. All of these are good ways to help out the channel, and right now I don't got that safety net of that day job. And I want to be able to keep doing this for as long as possible. This is where I feel I am being called to serve, and this is where I want to stay. And I'll be here for as long as you're there watching. I'll be here reading. All right? I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you. And we're all in this together.